This is a tutorial to show how Freon's Mobile, Map Viewer, and SmartForms can use domain lookup tables, even domain lookup tables residing in ArcGIS databases, GIS databases. What this is great for is if I've got all my domains set in my GIS, they automatically come into Freon's Mobile. So I've got these great big thick pull downs that are automatically generated directly from my ArcGIS server SDE domain tables. Just great because it stays in sync with my form on my smartphone, that when I make changes in SDE they automatically happen in my smartphone. So let's come in here and show you how to set this up. We'll come in to Freon's configuration software. I'm going to quickly show you the database I have for this. It is a sanitary system that does exposed pipe over creek inspections, and that's a point theme right here. And it's just a ArcGIS server feature service published in ArcGIS 10x. And I need to do one thing. Once I hook up to that database, kind of the only unique thing I need to do here that's a little, if there's any hard part to pushing buttons, this may be it. I need to create a domain, and I've created one that I'm going to show you here. It's this cross creek inspection. Now, very important here. Here is, we'll keep this up so we can show you what we're pointing to. We made an SQL statement up here with point and click Freon's Mobile. And the first statement we made was the layer name is equal to Cross Creek Inspection. That means said, go find all the layer domains that are in the layer for Cross Creek Inspection. And that's the table we want to use. So I'm going to find all the domains. And then set the column name for the domains, the different domains, to a search. Not a constant like Cross Creek, but a variable that we're going to use later on. So right now I'm just going to find the only two fields in this table I need are the layer name and the column name. Don't worry about anything else. All this other stuff we don't need. We need the layer name and the column name. We do our first SQL on the layer we want, inspections, not gravity main, not manholes, but inspections. I only got 3 layers. And then the column name, leave it equal to a variable that I can change. Okay, so we've done that. And then important, when we select what we want returned, we want all the fields except for the min and max range. I don't need those. Important ones that we're going to use later on is code name and code value. Those are actually the domain names and the values that we're going to stuff into our form. Okay? That's it. That's all we need. Let's look back on that. Let's turn on our droid here and we'll do a little SQL test just to see what we're looking at. So let's go in here and test this query, and we see all our domain pull downs in this pre-existing form that I'm going to edit, and I'm in right over here. So we see all these forms except for channel curve. Channel curve does not have one. No domain pull down, just a text box. So we're going to, for channel curve here, we're going to create one. So let's execute this query. Let's look at the domain values for channel, I think it's underscore curve. And there they are. So here I've got 4 domain pull downs, and here are those 2 fields that I'm interested in, domain value and code name. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, there's 5. Straight, subtle, slight bend, moderate, severe. Okay? we're going to put those 5 domains right in that pull down automatically. Okay, so let's get out of here. Now I made a database resource. I made that important predefined query. Now let's come into the forms. Okay, we'll come into the Creek inspections, and we're going to leave all this the same. Okay, we come into Cross Creek, channel curve, and we notice it's just a text. Well, let's make it a pull down. So it's a drop down. Alright, and it's going to be a dynamic drop down. The first one, choose the first one. And our predefined query is what we just made. That domain, that query I just made. The label field is channel. Where'd it go here? Oh, we didn't grab the right predefined query. There we go. Now, our label field is the column name, and the value field and the placeholder is going to be column name, and the value is going to be just what I typed in earlier, channel underscore curve. Alright, and I'm sorry here, predefined query. The value name are these 2 that I put in, that I pointed out at the end. That's the code name, the value is the code name, that's the slight curve, the moderate curve, and then the value is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we've got our dynamic domain set. So whenever the domain for Cross Creek channel curve changes, we'll get those changes. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit apply. And let's hit apply. And let's go back and see if we can make the magic happen. Channel curves blank. Well, let's go back and reload it. Okay, so here we go. Let's come back all the way out of it. Go into options. Let's save. Let's log in. Let's go to our form. Let's create a new record. And let's go down to channel curve. There we go. There's our pull downs. Right from Arc SDE. Isn't that great? So very quick to set up and very powerful out in the field. Once again, as my domains change now for that channel curve, they'll be mirrored in this as they are in the SDE. I don't have to worry about herding cats, collecting devices, upgrading software and all that. It's ready to go. It's in there. Freonce Mobile, the only mobile ArcGIS server platform that will let you access the SDE domain pull downs for your field users.